Hey! The Workers Club. I love the name.
Workers Club 110. Larry, Gus, Wilson. We're starting JR's book, Slobberknocker, My Life in Wrestling, as told to Scotty Williams, written by Paul O'Brien with Jim Ross. And apparently Scott E. Williams passed away, and so they moved on. And he was working with Jim on the book. Should we start with everybody? Did we really share our thoughts on JR and the JR watch along? Is everybody who
So.
is he the best of all time?
I don't care about that.
Rank them. Rank them right now. Rank top 3 announcers. Go.
I don't know. What's clouded?
Excalibur,
I don't know. I probably
1.
like his. All right. I don't. I don't have an opinion on his announcing.
You don't? Do you even
good.
like it?
It's good.
It's good.
It's tainted by 2002 onward, by the product sucking and JR having to oversell things that suck.
And
Like
he's still doing
trying to
JR. He's
sell
trying his
Triple H.
best. Yeah.
That's what I have on my mind is JR calling Triple H, Jack Briscoe, Harley Race, and Dory Funk all rolled into one.
He felt like he had to.
Yeah.
You know, he had his bullet points. Triple H gave him bullet points. Gus, JR, you love this man.
Move on.
Gus is on mute. All right.
Oh, I said yes, I do.
Oh, yes, he loves this man. That's good. Okay.
I love him as a man. That's what I was more kind of pumped up for. Is
To know the man.
No, just the more I, finding those clips last week, I'm like, I like JR,
Yeah.
I think.
He's
Yeah,
likable.
JR's the best.
Is there anybody that hates JR?
I'm sure guys that got released by him hate him. I don't know. Clearly, Russo didn't think much of him.
When I was reading this book, I was kind of thinking about he's such to me an odd creature because he lays out pretty early. He does not want to be in the ring. He wants to be behind the scenes, and just for somebody to be, he's like the perfect vessel for that. And he takes it very seriously to be like, I will hold all the secrets. I will know where all the bodies are buried. And he is the guy. When I was thinking about it, he's the guy to release people, to sit there across from the desk and be like, we don't have any creative for you. He's kind of has a soft. It's hard to dislike the guy, but he can be kind of just deadpan and just, yep, it is what it is. He has that coach. He wants to the football thing. He wants to.
Yeah.
How did he? It's just so he just kind of comes into it. I couldn't believe it. I'm reading it. I'm like, he was a big old mark. I did not understand, I guess, that he was such a huge nerd fan of wrestling.
They all are.
I don't know what I thought JR's background was. I just thought he just kind of fell into it and just was like, yeah.
Like they were doing like the state testing in Oklahoma, and it was
Yeah.
wrestling goon.
Yeah, he filled out as you do. He handed it to the counselor, and they handed it back, and they went wrestling back office. Stooge. All right. Well, let's get into this thing. This was written in it was published in 2017, so this is New Japan. Jim Ross, he's
It's crazy
When he
that
was-
he pumped out this many books. 3 books in 8 years.
Yeah. Yes.
Does Jim have a deal with Audible?
Should we talk about that? No, we've been talking about this Carrying Cross book, and then to see him post about it, and I have a deal with. I cut a deal with Audible. Is that how he put it? I cut a deal.
I
with
signed a
Audible.
contract with Audible or something. Like,
Oh my god! Come on, man.
Who was that?
Carrying Cross.
Oh,
And
right,
He posted
right.
a video of him recording his audiobook.
Oh, God. Okay, that's right.
Brother. And by him, and then hearing those clips, I kind of was like, we got to do this book. We got to do this.
we will. He's left
Uh,
us no choice.
he's popping himself in the booth. He can't believe what he's saying. So this is New Japan. Jim Ross. He's about to come back to the company, don't they? He does the World of Sport thing, and they sign him up. I think in 2017, he comes back for Roman Reigns whenever that was. Roman Reigns Undertaker. They're kind of like
2017.
yes. Okay, and then they have him do a couple more things I don't remember, and then they let him go. A couple of years later, he leaves, and then he moves on to AEW. So I don't know how much WWE stuff he gets into or how harsh he is. I doubt he's very harsh. Kind of glancing at reviews, it seems like he's fairly, as Larry will call him, an operator. He's fairly polite about most things. He doesn't burn any bridges. To my best friend, I'm already starting with the flubbing. To my best friend, biggest fan, and the love of my life, my wife Jan, I miss you dearly.
In the can.
When did that happen? Did that happen?
2017, I thought.
Oh my goodness! You're
2017,
right.
March.
Wow, published that. Wow. Okay. So he's got a table of contents. There you go. He's got this broken down by kind of eras.
Now,
JR
was
eras.
he banging Missy after her death or before he met her?
I have no idea. I'm not up
Yeah,
on
I'm
this
not
Jim
sure
lore.
on that timeline either.
You don't
Is it
remember that
better or
headline?
worse if it's after?
I know.
You gotta mourn and grieve in your own way, and life moves on, and time heals wounds, and
By God.
It was after she passed away, so it was okay.
Who said
Oh.
this? Missy Hyatt.
Yeah,
Missy Hyatt came out and said, "I'm stupid
last
JR."
year. Yeah,
Man,
and she said that
I don't
JR
wanna
rocked
think
her
about
world.
that.
Wow.
I
Sorry.
don't want to think about that.
Oh, no, let's think about it graphically.
You've
So
done this
JR
before.
now,
I know.
JR now,
His
and Missy
face.
Hyatt now.
Yes.
Their
What about
face is
You don't like the idea of that one eye squinting out at you from betwixt your legs, as he's really enjoying himself. I assume that he's
Tatum
a
Brown
mess.
corrupted us.
Only if he calls
Yeah, I
it while the action is going on. Does he call the action?
Do you think she had a cute moment where she was like, "That was a real Slobberknocker"?
That is so
And
stupid.
he kind of chuckles,
And then he has a cigarette.
Yeah, he's fanning himself with his cowboy hat. God bless JR. Good for him.
Yeah, rock
Is
and
that
world.
something that?
Well,
Is that
remember,
something that had been like?
he turned down Sunny too, remember?
What?
Yeah, she wanted
Oh,
to
I
come
was thinking of like.
take care of him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like in the 90s or something.
No, not in the 90s, in the
I was like,
2020s.
what?
I was a
So
married
Sonny
mad, god damn it.
Sonny reached out, huh?
He said that she wanted to move in, cook, and take care of him in the bedroom. And he said, quote, "Ain't worth the trouble. I dodged a bullet there, I promise you."
But he
JR's
wants you
like
to know. He wants you
Yeah.
to know. That's the key.
Everybody's thirsty for JR. And he's one of those guys. He lets it be clear if he's India. He'll let you know. He'll tweet. He'll throw a like your way. Elon took the likes away from us, and now we can't see what JR's horned up about. We would like to take a moment and offer a special thank you to Scotty Williams. He passed away on August 17th, 2016. He was 46 years old. He was gathering facts and source material and interviews for the book. And it just wouldn't be the book without him. We lost a good one. His memory will live on through his family, friends, and stellar work. Thank you, Scott. We miss you. All right. And I did not do my due diligence and look up what other wrestling books that Scott wrote. We'll probably come across them at some point, I imagine.
Yeah.
Forward by Vincent K. McMahon. And I wrote, oh boy. And so let's just get a read of the room. Do we think that Vince wrote this? Like pen to paper?
No.
Yes, but the pen was in his butt cheeks.
Okay.
Oh, Scott Williams has written a bunch of books. Terry
What has he
Funk,
written? Okay.
Hardcore History, The Story of ECW, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh,
Wow.
He wrote The Cowboy and the Cross by Bill Watts.
Wow. So that's the JR got it. He knows that book.
He's got a good one. I never heard of this book. Chris Benoit, The Definitive Story of Murder, Drugs, and Wrestling's Darkest Hour.
noted.
Definitive. Wow.
That's it. And he also wrote, this is the only non-wrestling one, The Happy Human, Because Life is Short. It explores the
That's where
proven
JR
link.
got the thing of...
Maybe, yeah, the
Trace
proven
the
link
Ross.
between humor and better health.
yeah. I'll have to read that.
By God, if you ain't crying, you're laughing.
Focus on positivity. No negativity in your life. Cut that out.
Yeah.
That was JR's creed when we were watching him cook with Brandy, cook his chili.
And when it came to Vince, he thinks it's time for everyone to move on.
Yeah, that
He
was
wishes
kind of
everyone
odd.
stopped talking about it.
Yes. It's time to heal. So Vincent K. McMahon, I'm assuming dictated this to somebody who was like, does this look good? He gave it a glance and was like, yeah, it looks good. Who knows? He says, he does the thing where he's like,
Janelle, you mind?
yeah. She's like, who's JR?
Yeah, the Oklahoma bitch.
So he does the thing that people do, and JR does in this book, and it's the thing I don't like, and he's doing it here. In 1993, little did I know that nearly a quarter century later, JR and I would still share a bond built on mutual passion for the business we love. And they also have an enduring friendship based on respect for each other. Okay, sure. The WWE Universe embraced JR as the voice of WWE. And there's some Vinceisms in here. Indeed, comma, JR was our tour guide through an era that changed sports entertainment forever. In fact, comma, JR is still considered by most to be the greatest announcer of all time. Kind of reads like Vince has brain rot. You know, he's been in the cult too long. This is how he talks now.
Tay eye slap almost.
Yeah. Signing a plethora of legendary talent. It's like, Vince, he has those words that he likes.
You don't say plethora?
No, plethora. Plethora? Okay. Oh, right. You're right. I think you're right. Plethora? Plethora. I've heard plethora. Wait, no, I've heard plethora.
Yeah,
plethora.
Fucking local honky tonk, maybe.
It's a plethora, man. Maybe I haven't. Why would somebody say that to me? It's a plethora, man. No one appreciates what Jim Ross has done for WWE more than I do. That's why I can't stop firing the guy.
Thanks for the last.
His contributions to our industry are as legendary as his character. And I thought, is he talking about like Jim Ross's integrity? And I was like, there's no way. He's talking about JR the character. That's what I think. and will leave an indelible mark on fans to come. So we start. It's a movie, baby. You better believe it. It's a movie. We're starting at WrestleMania 15, 1999. Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. That's a John Wayne quote. JR has it printed on a coffee cup at home. Larry, you're shaking your head. Why? You don't like John Wayne?
Care. Yeah, that's the one place JR really loses me is with the John Wayne shit.
He's the Duke. He's the white hat, you know? He's the he's the good guy. He's the stand up for what's right. He's at the Philadelphia's first Union Center. I was so terrified it was about to happen that I began puking in the sink in front of me. What am I doing here? I thought to myself between heaves. He describes it as a Tony Soprano-like panic attack, which is fun in 2017. Tony Soprano-like panic attack. Prestige. Maybe that's what something him and Tony Khan talked about when he came over to AEW. Prestige TV.
Okay.
He's going to call the Austin Rock match here. And he notes that both Rock and Stone Cold independently lobbied management for me to return and announce their main event match. And he feels that while they're on top of the world, he is at his own personal low. He's been off TV after suffering a devastating family bereavement and my second bout of Bell's palsy. And because of this, he's been primarily working from home. He does not want people to see the way he looked. He's vulnerable, self-conscious, and sick with worry. This is his first time out in front of people that aren't his close friends and family. He wants to find Vince, the chairman, as he often refers to him. So, and tell him, I cannot do this. But to admit such a thing would be admitting weakness. The chairman detested weakness and negativity from anyone around him. Only the strong survive. And JR does the thing of that's something Vince lives by, and that's something my dad instilled in me. I didn't want to disappoint Vince. So he goes down to gorilla position, and he has his bullet-pointed notes. Something that he did on his first day as an announcer, and something that he's kept doing ever since. He thinks to himself, get through this match and you won't have to endure this stress ever again. And he made up his mind right then and there that this would be the end of his broadcasting career in WWF. And he begins thinking back on his life, how he used his army figures as a kid to play wrestling, his time as a driver, a referee, the good nights and the bad. And he gets announced to play his beloved University of Oklahoma fight song, Boomer Sooner. Boy, we'll get to that, but finding out that he only lasted a semester there.
He didn't go there.
Didn't it say he lasted a semester at Oklahoma?
He went to Oklahoma State.
Oh, is that what it said? I thought it said OSU. Maybe I just misread.
No, he's a Cowboy. He's not a Sooner.
Interesting. Even still more interesting. Why? And he walks the sidelines. What? I have a whole. I'd like to get into it with you guys about like him and then the flag football and the like kind of not really being like the wrestling. He's always standing next to the thing that he loves and adores.
That's okay. I think that's a nice admission of, right?
It is. It's just kind of tells me, I don't know. It says something, I guess. The way he paints the flag football, too. It's like, Jim, come on. So, please go easy on me, I thought as I took a deep breath and cracked open the curtain. Now, do you guys think this happened? Stagehand, it comes from the darkness. Don't worry if they boo you. What? You think they'll boo me? Maybe. This is the city that booed Santa Claus. Have fun out there. And JR peeks up the curtain and goes, well, fuck.
Yeah,
End scene. I don't know. What if that was? I think that was Paul Levesque fucking with Jim.
I don't.
He won't
think
name
so.
names. This is the same town that booed Santa Claus. Good luck, Jim. Chapter 1, Growing Up, 1952. I wasn't even supposed to be here. He's a big Clerks fan, too. And he says, as in here on this planet. He's born 5 pounds, 6 ounces. And he says, JR's got little jokes, little quips in here. It's the last time I was ever considered small, except when I skinny dip in the cold water.
Him and Mick just making
Yeah.
He's
tailing off,
small.
making jokes about their fucking puds.
He's born January 3rd, 1952 in Fort Bragg, California. His mom was Elizabeth Ann Sheffield and his dad was J.D. Ross. And they were high school sweethearts. And she became pregnant with JR. They got married quickly and quote-unquote bolted from their hometown of Westville, Oklahoma to Fort Bragg, California. His mother was kind of very shy about that fact that he was kind of born before the marriage. And so she would say, I was born premature. If people kind of were like, wait a minute, when did you guys get married and what? And that's also why they left the town. Their families were known in town, and they did not want rumors and innuendo about their dalliance. Let's see. His dad got a job in the logging business at first. And they had another baby boy who died during childbirth. And his mom became very protective of JR. And he was an only child forevermore. My granddad, he says, James D. Ross, gave me my first alcoholic drink, some of his Falstaff beer, when I was 3. He'd take me to his favorite tavern and was sneaking him sips. And then she comes to find her 3-year-old and inebriated. She got very upset. Little JR was buzzed and Granddad Ross was in real hot water. JR does something here that I'm not a fan of, in that he goes, his own drinking, his grandfather's drinking, created many uncomfortable family situations. And I was like, oh, maybe he's going to share some. Nope. All these chapters are pretty, kind of quick, and no more stories. He'll have maybe one little story, and then it's moving on. Couple pages, 3 pages.
Well, you gotta buy the next book.
My own father rarely drank because of his the grandfather's drinking. His grandfather was ambidextrous and could drive nails using 2 hammers simultaneously if required. And I wrote, I enjoyed picturing this. And just a guy just being like, I can do 2 nails at once. And they're like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'd prefer actually if you used 1.
Yeah, and get it right. And he's looking for spots where he can do both. He was 6'1", 200 pounds, with huge hands, wiry and strong. This is kind of the beginning of JR. He likes to describe guys, and especially if they're big and they got big hands and they're meaty and they're strong. He likes those guys. He
played D-tackle at West Texas.
He starts licking his lips. It's just that you're on good footing with JR if you've just got a big paw and you reach out and you give him a good firm handshake. JR is gonna, hey, I like this guy. And he says again, a sober, clear-headed grandfather, James D. Ross, was a hilarious storyteller with a way with words, but an inebriated James D. Ross was another matter entirely. And you're like, okay, tell me more. Nope. JR does the thing that I don't like. I didn't know it then.
Yeah, like, did he start working blue? Was he
I
hilarious?
don't
Like,
know. Was he beating people? Was he driving other things with both hands? What was he doing? I didn't know it then, but alcohol would lead to several embarrassing, dangerous, and downright stupid situations in my own future.
oh,
So
well.
why would you know? So they moved to Oklahoma when he's 6. They do first to 3rd grade, then they go back to California because they're going to make money in California and then move back to Oklahoma and use that money to buy his mother's aunt and uncle's 160-acre Oklahoma farm. He says the moving didn't really bother him. He never had issues making new friends, and he had a lot of cousins in Northern California to keep him company. So he's midway through 4th grade. They return to Oklahoma for good. They buy the land. They grow a garden. They have livestock on there. It's a 4-room concrete block house. An old dairy barn that they... And JR does a lot of this in the book where he does a little sarcastic, like, we had the finest interior designers to come into the space and make it fabulous. Well, that's not true. You also notice that nowhere in my description did I use the word bathroom. We had an outhouse. And he explains...
I did notice JR.
Yes, he explains... This book does read like JR's talking to you. He has his little, like, kind of... little asides that he does.
That's true. It does capture JR's voice. We know from that rant thing that he is quite the raconteur.
Yes, yeah. You'd have to get fully dressed to go use the facilities outside. He says facilities, and it's in italics.
I don't want to be crass.
I soon figured that the bush at the back of the house was nearer. And so I'm guessing he's opening up a window, or he's just leaving the house, but he's only going to the back of the house. Or I thought he was kind of...
He's not going all the way to the outhouse. Why go that far when you just pee behind the house?
I thought...
You whip it out.
I was picturing, too, like he was just opening a window and just pissing outside.
I've never done that. That sounds fun. Like if I was 20.
Do I tell this story? Do I tell this story?
I pissed in my car last week. That was exciting.
Like in a bottle?
In a bottle.
Or just like in your... Okay.
I was at a house.
Just not everywhere.
Yeah, and cameras, it was like a $8 million house, and cameras everywhere working outside. So nowhere to pee. Didn't want to go behind the garage, one of the 3 garages. Cause, and then the gas station didn't have one. And then it was like time. Once that gas station didn't have a bathroom, I'm like, this has got to happen right now. But I made it classy by putting a flannel over my lap as I drove.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
It's weird when your dick is out and you can see people's faces. Even though you know they can't see down, you feel like a sex pest.
Oh, yeah. One person comes by and they...
Yeah. That's all.
I mean, I'm feeling dishonest for not sharing my peeing window story, but it just makes me look like such a jerk. And I have enough people that think I'm a jerk, and I'm not a jerk anymore. So there you go. If you want to know what, he goes. This is odd. Because he's just going outside to urinate on this bush. If you want to know what fear is, try pointing your delicate bits in the direction of dark shrubbery at 1 a.m. It's only moonlight to guide you. Well, what does he think is going to happen?
Oh, rattlesnake. They're in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I guess. Or a raccoon comes out and grabs a hold of it.
You familiar with the Mothman?
Yeah. And then he says his friends never want to stay at his house. No idea why. He graduates high school in 1970. He really liked this school, Westville High. Found it a very comforting environment, and he puts in about how each student had a teacher, like the student-to-teacher ratio he was getting focused on. Senior year, he's president of both the student body and he was the state vice president of the Future Farmers of America.
It's the FFA.
Mm-hmm. And he was also the state.
You grew up?
Yeah, we had that in those kind of organizations. Yeah,
I think we had 4-H.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the 4 Horsemen.
He was also the state Future Farmers of America speech champion his junior year. And then he does a quip. As you can probably tell, that was all, that whole situation was just laden with chicks, or not. But he had a huge desire to be a leader. That's what he's picking up. He likes to be the one calling or involved with the decision making. He does the thing about the little did I know just what kind of work that I would end up doing. It's like, can we not do this? It probably bothers me way more than it bothers you, Larry.
It's annoying.
Because we know. We know Jay. I don't know who these people are writing for.
That's true. Right. That's the annoying
Somebody has no idea who JR is. Like, ooh, I wonder what he's talking about. And then he comes to the whoa, pro wrestling, that is crazy. My mom had a variety of jobs. She's a retail sales clerk. She's a bookkeeper at the Farmers Co-op. His dad is working for the county, Adair County, on the road crew. He's working for the Oklahoma State Highway Department. He says his example of if to describe what his dad does, he puts salt when it's icy. It's like, okay, I know that guy. Okay, yeah. And eventually he was head of the department in our county. And to keep in mind, they're also then just kind of tending to probably 2 steer, maybe some cattle, maybe. I guess he brings up a hog. It's not a huge farm by any means.
Yeah.
It's a very small farm from extra cash. He says that he didn't have a brother or sister, so he did not like the isolation. But he read a lot of books, and it cultivated his imagination. And he talks about, since he wasn't doing a lot, when he would hang out with his friends, they'd talk about all the fun stuff they did. And they'd say, what did you do this weekend, Jim? Well, I picked up some rocks and then put them back down again. I stopped dead in my tracks. I was like, Hulk Hogan, did they ever talk about this? About rocks? And Hogan's like, brother, you got to put them in your nose.
God.
Dude, don't put them back down. So he likes working on the farm because the more time he spends working on the farm, the more time he spends with his dad. He says that his dad's name on the birth certificate is J.D. They don't stand for anything. Considering his grandfather's name is James D., feel like it was just a way of... It does stand. It stands for James D. But that's not what they put down. They put J and D. A big, strong guy, 6'3", 275. He wore a size 15 ring and a size 14 shoe. Blonde-headed. With a slightly red beard. So I guess he says here in a roundabout way, his dad was Swedish. I did not know that. Because he says he looks like the classic image, blonde hair, slightly red beard. He looks like the classic image of a lumberjack, the Swedish giants who immigrated to California, that's from to work the logging camps. So, his dad's using situations or scenarios to teach him how the world works. Some of those lessons were tough, and others seemed small at the time. But a lot of what I learned I still hold dear to this day. His dad is tough and quiet, sometimes hard to read. JR enjoyed simply fishing in our pond together, not saying much. So he's getting older. He gets more tasks at the farm. Did you get the hog watered? Yes, sir. I watered Charlie about an hour ago. Charlie, you can't be getting attached to these animals because they're there to feed our family for the next few months. That's it. You understand, son? I nodded my head. And then his dad just reiterates. He quotes his dad. His dad says the same thing again. You don't need to be giving names to these animals because one day you're going to see me shoot that hog. It's not good for a boy to be affected like that.
Wasn't this the plot of Babe?
I don't know. Does who's the guy in that? The old guy, James Cromwell. Does he shoot the hog? Does he shoot Babe? Is that why he's looking for Babe to shoot him?
What was the Scarlet's Web plot?
Ah, there we go.
Is that
I knew it was a pig-based media.
What Charlotte's Web is about? I thought it was just about a girl befriend. I've read it, and yet my mind is telling me that's about a girl befriending a spider.
It's not attached.
No, the spider was trying to sell the pig. Remember, because it wrote "some pig" in the spider web.
That's the only thing
I remember about that damn book is some.
The spider owns the pig.
It doesn't own it.
Why does the spider own the pig?
It's trying to.
Why is he selling it?
All right.
Or why is she selling it? The spider is Charlotte.
Stop. Yeah, the spider is Charlotte.
It's so foggy. It's been so long.
He is going to slaughter the runt. But the
in
daughter,
Babe?
No, in Charlotte's Web.
Well, look up the plot of Babe, because now I want to know that one too, because I don't remember it. I just know that it's directed by the guy that directed all the Mad Max movies.
Yeah.
George Miller. Right? Am I right on that? I'm right. He directed Babe. When it comes to pets, his dad liked pets. Just doesn't want the animals to be the farm animals to be pets. He liked his bird dog, short-haired pointer named Lady.
Miller wrote the screenplay.
Oh, okay. Dad would breed her with another. So then the dad's got this other scheme. He's got the farm, right? He's got the road job, and he's also breeding his bird dog with another pedigree dog, and he's gonna sell the puppies. He's saying that work on the road crew, he was earning less than $100 a week.
Babe is also he was also at risk of being Christmas dinner.
There you go.
Both pig killing things. All right. Never saw Babe.
I've heard it's good. I mean, I haven't seen it in a million years, so I couldn't tell you. It's one of those movies where the mouths aren't moving now. I feel like somebody would be confused by that. They'd be like, why isn't the mouth moving? Selling the puppies. Yeah, AI slop babe. Give me that. Working full-time on... selling those puppies would net him $25 each. It's big money. Do you think his dad really asked this question? What age are you now? 11. You're old enough to look after a lady.
Maybe it was a rhetorical question. Like, what age are you now, son?
What are you? 10,
old
15?
Enough to look after a lady.
My father decided to keep one of Lady's pups to train. Okay, he's like, this will be my next bird dog,
Not to be confused with Dog Man.
No. So one day though, JR forgets to lock or close Lady's gate. He's, his job was to keep the one pup of Lady's grows up. He's looking after both of the dogs. He's feeding them. He's watering them. Dad was not. So what happens is he forgets to close Lady's gate. The son, her son, Lady's son, gets into the pen, and they breed. And the dad finds it, and that's not good. He can see that he catches them in the act, and then they find out later, well, she's pregnant with a litter. Dad was not going to sell those inbred dogs without telling his buyers about the parentage. And his dad is strangely silent about the situation. He's just not talking to JR about it. He's not mad at him. He's not saying much. So the puppies are born. Time passes. Puppies are born. My dad calls for me. Standing in Lady's pen with a tow sack in one hand and a hammer in the other. This is the dad. The grandpa would have 2 hammers. Inside the tow sack was the entire litter of inbred puppies. He'd get the job done 2 times faster. Take them to the dump. Take the pups out one by one. Destroy all of them. He sees his mom crying in the kitchen doorway. So I'm guessing... I'll go through this, and I have a theory on what was really going on in this house at this time for this particular instance.
Well, the puppies are an allegory for his mom's barren womb.
His dad is also trying not to cry.
Maybe.
Go on. As I walked from my house, I too broke down. So now little JR is also crying. And he's trying, what if I don't do it? What if I let him go? What if I free him? He's like, they won't survive.
Oh, you gotta whip him like a government mule.
So finally he goes to the dumping ground. And he's got, his eyes are blurry with tears. He's like, I can't let him go and I can't bring him home. And he knows that also very important to him is that his dad would never trust him again if he didn't do what he said.
He could have taken these dogs 5 towns over and gotten rid of them, sold them.
He's got to walk 2 towns over now?
I mean, the dad.
The dad could have.
I mean, the Amish sell inbred animals all the time. That's what they do. It's like one of their trades.
Yeah, the Amish, though, are dirty as shit. No one talks about that enough.
Absolutely.
Never trust a fucking Amish. That's how they get you.
It's funny because the really naive guy at my job who didn't know what communism was.
Oh, boy.
Uh-huh.
Last week, he's like, I feel like Amish people are the closest ones to living Christ's teachings. And my jaw almost hit the floor. I didn't butt in because I wasn't...
This guy...
Maybe he was thinking of going Amish.
Hasn't he seen that reality show where they all go to Rumspringer and they decide to leave the...
We work at the Amish. They're our carpenters. And they're nice guys.
So they're making crosses, and he's like, that's very Christ-like. I see that, yes.
They're ruthless business folk.
Yeah, no.
They got terrific furniture stores.
They got to get their cut. They're getting paid.
There's like 8-year-olds on the job.
The Amish?
Yeah.
Well, see, they're very Christ-like. Jesus was a carpenter.
Yeah.
Little kids like hauling boxes of tile up the steps. Just
nice. Yes.
How do you do English?
I do recommend. I'm sure, Gus, you've seen it, right? The Amish, the one where it's like going. What does it say? Going Amish or not going on? It's the opposite. They leave. It's about young people that decide to leave the Amish.
I'm sure
lifestyle.
I've seen something. I don't know if it was this particular. But I've seen Amish docs here and there.
It really makes you think about like if people are born trashy or they become trashy because this one guy, they go on the Rumspringer, they're allowed to leave, and he goes into like a clothing store and he's immediately drawn to like the worst clothing, like a top hat with a chain,
of course,
like a bedazzled kind of tie-dye shirt,
the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, it's like a slash hat or something. I feel like
I gotcha.
It's and he wants lots of pockets on his pants and stuff. And of course, this is the guy that eventually he develops severe drug problems, and he looks. It's like he was always going to be this guy. It was a mistake that he was ever Amish, a kid growing up. You see him and he's got his hat on and it's kind of off to the side, and he's rolling through. He picks up baby mamas very quickly. Yes, where are we? We have to take care. We have responsibility. Okay. Oh, yes. So he does what he's told to do, and JR just takes a hammer to all those inbred puppies. And so he goes back, and everybody's quiet, and his dad looks at him and says, and they're outside, I believe, outside the house. Everything in life has a consequence, son. We have to take care when we have responsibilities. So JR goes in, and his dad stays outside, and his dad stands outside until it gets dark. And then the next morning, he's moved on. Wake up, son, we're going to town. Okay. I think why his dad is upset about this, and why his wife was crying, one, they had an argument about it, and she was like, don't make him do the hammer thing. And he was like, he's got to. I feel like his dad he did something similar when he was a kid, and now he's upset. He knows JR's a sweet. Look at JR's face. JR's a sweet boy. He's their only boy, and now he's going to pass on trauma to the kid to teach him some lesson that he feels like is necessary. I feel like that's why his dad was upset. He knew it was probably not a great thing to make him do alone and all this stuff. But he's trying to be probably be like old JD, old drunk JD with the two hammers. Oh no, his dad was James D. He's JD. That's what I think was going on. Why his dad seems to be really upset about this whole situation that he's created by making his son do this.
He should have had those pets spayed and neutered.
Yeah. So then how he's going to get $25?
Was it?
It's $25 a pup. He was selling them.
But how did they get it? But they got inbred because the wrong. What?
Yeah, the son one pup he kept to himself, and he's like, this is going to be my new dog when Lady dies. I imagine was the idea.
Yeah.
And then the son gets out and says, "Hi, Mom." So he goes, "Hey, there's also rewards when we would go into town, especially when we had potatoes to sell in town." And so they sell the potatoes, and he puts $1 in JR's hand. There's enough money there for a haircut in the movie. Do you guys have you ever gotten a haircut and then went to go see a movie with your fresh cut?
No, I've never combined those activities ever. It
just struck me that his dad was like, "This is for a movie, and I would suggest a haircut." It's a little shaggy.
They had to go into town to get the haircut.
Yeah, you think he's just like,
"Hey, you gotta take care of business."
So then Jared goes, "A movie?" He nodded and smiled. "On my own? Yeah, why not?
Look at yourself molested."
My first movie on my own, like a man. Okay. I've never correlated go to a movie by yourself and this is it. I'm a man now. There's what?
Yeah,
first
that was
kiss?
Never a milestone for
first kiss, first beer, first movie alone. Then you're like, all right.
It's not a thing you usually do. And I'm not bashing the idea of going to a movie alone, but especially as a kid, right? You go with your friends. That's the thing.
When I was younger, my younger brother told me he was going to go to a movie alone, The Count of Monte Cristo. And I said, why? And he said, because I just want to go see it. And I said, but who are you, can I go? No. And he said, I want to go alone. And I was like, it blew my mind. I could not wrap my mind around it. I was like, why would you go to a movie alone? I thought he was up to something. I was like, there's no way you're going to see Count of Monte Cristo by yourself. And he did.
Good for him.
And he does. And will go to early movies now by himself.
Well, now that I'm a movie guy, I would get it. But as a teenager, I wasn't in love with cinema. I was going to feel up my 7th grade girlfriend,
Oh, I thought that was going to take a turn because you said, I go to movies with my friends. And then...
yeah, I don't know.
I thought I was just picturing a group of guys.
That's from my book, I suppose. My movie stories.
Add in that the group has females and males. Not that there's anything wrong. On my own. Okay, my first movie on my own, like a man. The haircut's $0.25. Admission to the movie, $0.25. That's enough. Left over, there'll be another 50 cents there, I guess, for popcorn and a drink. The math on this is all wrong. He has $1. A haircut's $0.25. The admission is $0.25. The popcorn is also $0.25, and the drink is also $0.25.
Yeah, it's a full $1.
I mean, I'm assuming maybe that doesn't break down like that, but just the guy selling the haircuts needs to. It's way too cheap. Like it's a movie ticket. So he goes. He's got everything, and he looks at his dad and goes, "Thank you." His smile grew wider. "I'll be across the street. Come and find me when you're done, son." His dad goes across the street to a pool hall. Across the opposite side of the Sunset Theater. He plays snooker, dominoes, or pool. And have an occasional beer with his buddies next door. So he, though, is watching movies. He loves movies. He's a cinephile. JR loves them. Every Saturday they go in for a haircut, a movie, and a game of pool for him, for the dad. JR's getting a haircut every week.
Maybe that's why it's only $0.25.
Yeah, the guy says like, "Okay, thank you, Jim. Sit down." He's doing the fake cut around. The JR's, "I'm gonna go see a movie next door, like a man." "Okay, Jim. See you later."
I feel like the dad's up to something nefarious if they were going to get a haircut.
He's having an affair.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, man. And the whole potatoes thing, he's like, "Well, we don't even have any potatoes to sell." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to go. You got to watch that movie, get a haircut. You got to go get a haircut every Saturday."
Dad's had the same stack of potatoes in the back of his truck for 6 years.
Meanwhile, Mom's crying in the kitchen again.
Yeah. Chapter 2, Watching Wrestling. That's what it's called, 1963. So, he discovers Oklahoma's wrestling territory through his maternal grandparents. There were 3 choices of TV in Oklahoma. And then he says, Pro Wrestling America was divided into regional offices. So they'd watch Perry Mason, and by the way, he's often over at his grandparents on Saturday nights because his parents are out socializing with their friends. Okay,
swinging.
So JR gets up. They go sell potatoes. Then he gets a haircut. Then he goes to a movie. His dad is doing whatever we think he's doing. Then he goes home. He takes the wife out. JR goes to his grandparents, and he watches Perry Mason with his grandparents, then Gunsmoke, then the local news comes on, and they'd have a bowl of vanilla ice cream with Hershey's chocolate syrup on top, and JR goes, "Oh, I like that." Then at 10:30 p.m., right after the local news, it's, quote, "It's time he waited for the moment. It's wrestling time." That's not the quote, but he calls it wrestling time. And he loves wrestling because it's just like those movies he's watching earlier in the day. Same rules as the movies. Good guys versus bad guys.
Just like in Perry Mason.
Yeah.
I've never seen Perry Mason.
Not even they did like a reboot, a reimagining on HBO, where it's dark and gritty. and had the guy from the Americans.
Yeah. I've got no touch point for Perry Mason.
I've never seen an episode. The Matlock, seen episodes of that. Is it like
Matlock? I'm more familiar with.
And I would really, this is now in my head in this state, I would really like to see a Columbo and a Matlock crossover. That would have been cool. Two guys with funny accents, acting kind of slow and dim-witted about it, and they're just guys. Matlock's going, "What's this here?" And Columbo's going, "Now just 1 second. Just now, hold on."
Another stand-up bit.
That's not a stand. I liked both shows, and I would like to see those two. I'm fantasy booking my own crossover event. Remember when they would do that on like Thursday nights? They'd have all the sitcoms interact and stuff like that on NBC.
Oh yeah, Perfect Strangers would be on, Family Matters.
Yeah.
And they were both Chicago shows, so it made sense.
And now, as you know, they did it for a long time with the DC Universe on the CW. I'm sure Larry was watching the Flash show up on
Smallville?
Supergirl's show, and Smallville's not a part of that universe. Larry, come on. So the wrestlers, the issues between the wrestlers were personal, logical, and it felt like a happening. It had everything that he loved most in the world: sports and storytelling. I was hooked. It's all I could think about. He has the sickness. He'd wait all day to go home so he could take his army men and make pretend ring on my... I would take my army men and make a pretend ring on my bed and spend hours acting out the matches, commentating on the moves. His parents take notice of this, and
we're sending that boy to commentary school.
I mean, JR as a young man looks like JR. It's weird to say that. Oh, JR looks like JR, but it's like he has his adult head on a younger. You know what I mean? Like JR as a kid looked like
his body grew into his face.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. And so it's concerning to picture a young JR with that Jim Ross head. I'd be concerned too if I saw like him with the army men being like, "Oh yeah, clothesline." He's got body slam. He's pinning them. So they take notice. They see this, and his parents are like, "Okay, you can do that if you do all your chores." And he's doing all his chores. He's motivated. He's got to play with the figures, and he's got to watch wrestling. And he's paying attention to what he heard during this wrestling. And he heard Danny Williams on play-by-play and Leroy McGurk as color analyst. And I mean, you guys are more familiar with that stuff. Do you guys like Danny Williams and Leroy McGurk? Is there stuff you can find easily now, or now that the network's gone?
I've never, I can't recall those two commentating a match. I don't think I've seen anything that far back.
I did manage to find one clip of Leroy McGurk talking. He sounded like all those guys at that time. He was like, "Yeah, he's coming into town," and
how do you commentate blind? What?
I guess he just winged it.
Well, he was on the radio. He wasn't on TV.
Well, and he's also the color analyst. So the other guy probably was like, and he goes for the pin, and then Leroy was like, "That's what you got to do in this situation."
Okay.
All right. I mean, he was sitting there at this NWA, it's like an NWA thing.
I mean, they talked. He's the booker, right? How would he even know if you're really going along with what he said to do? Everyone else could just fool him.
I mean, Jim Ross brings that up, that he would like nod. And he's like, "Why did I nod? You can't see anything."
It's like that. It's a Simpsons reference for Gus. When who was it? A friend of Bleeding Gums Murphy or someone was like,
Yeah, I was thinking the exact.
You told me I was playing a saxophone. It was an umbrella.
Yeah, that's not funny.
Leroy McGurk had been a world junior heavyweight champion, and so, everyone understands that his deal. He's got ever-present sunglasses, and nobody knows if he's really blind or not.
Well,
because he's involved in wrestling.
He produced Mike McGurk, and so for that we can thank him.
Is she really related? That's his daughter.
Yeah.
The ring. Wow, did not know. You'd think that I would put the names together, but I just assumed maybe. I honestly thought, she just knows the name McGurk, came up in that territory or something like that, and just used. Wow, why would you want your daughter in the? Well, this is interesting because if we get to it, Leroy does not want his daughter involved in the business. He loves sitting down with ice cream and Hershey's chocolate with his grandparents and watching on the TV real blood, real anger, real outrage. And it's JR was the still real to me guy. Really, he's in. He talks about a match he watched, and Hamilton punched Grizzly Smith over the left eye, busting him open the hard way. Now, Grizz was bleeding like a stuck pig. And he watches a promo. They're focusing in on the wound. JR is getting worked. He's pissed. How could the Assassins get away with something like that? So, Leroy McGurk is apologizing, and he says, these teams will never face off again. It's too wild. It's too crazy. And then his grandfather, JR's grandfather, these are the maternal ones, so they're normal, I guess.
They're normal.
Well, from what he doesn't really say much, and then they watched wrestling with him. And then his mom's dad goes, "Until next time." And JR goes, "What? What do you mean?"
Oh boy.
Give it a week and they'll be telling you where you can buy a ticket to see these men get their revenge. But Leroy said it wouldn't happen. My grandfather smiled, patted me on the head. You fucking Mark. No, he didn't say that, but just leaves the room.
You haven't gotten to page 77 yet, have you?
No, I'm on page 17. Oh, you mean read? Oh, yeah, no, I just read 50, 52 or something like that.
I was wondering, with Grizzly being mentioned, we do get a Grizzly Smith minor story.
Oh, okay. Is it Jay Morrell going, "I saw you on TV and you were busted open the hard way, sir"? Is it him just talking about the match with Grizzly?
No, a minor story. With a minor.
Oh, I thought you meant like minor as in small, like a small little story about
Grizzly's story, right?
Okay. Is it like a reenactment of what?
I'm asking you. Grizzly Smith's story, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to get like where he's chairs in an airport and Grizz sits down and you won't believe what I just did.
No.
Chapter 3, Going to the Matches, 1964. He's in his bedroom, right? He's watching TV. He's trying to tune out his mom and her friends, and they're having a game night. And he's hearing cackling laughter. He also hears the word wrestling, and his ears. What? Wrestling? And so he's putting his ear against the wall. He knows wrestling's coming nearby. And he hears something, wrestling matches this week. He's like, "Oh my God." And they're coming to Stillwell. And one of his mom's friends is going. And so he's going. He goes to his mom and he has this whole speech lined up and says, "Please, Mom." And I think that's as far as he gets. Just, "Please, Mom." She goes, "Okay, we can go." "You mean it?" that was easy. Well, she wants to hang out. It sounds like all of her friends went. They all want to go. They're all horned up for the wrestlers, it turns out.
Yeah.
He sits there. This is like a religious experience for JR.
Back
going
in the
to this,
days
his first...
of blowjob baby faces.
Yes. He has this flat top. Oh, JR has a flat top, by the way. So when you're picturing all this, and he's playing with his army figures, all this, he has a
when he's
flat
getting his quarter haircuts.
And he's got that tight white T-shirt on, right? That all the boys had in the 50s.
Yeah. Well, he has a plaid shirt. Thank you. It's probably kind of pink, blue, yellow kind of plaid. Unsettling, tucked into his jeans there, and
unsettling. Yeah.
The mother's all there. He's kind of like, I'm on my own though. I'm watching this. They're watching for other. They were transfixed on Jerry Kozak. A good-looking guy with a great physique. And he said, Jerry became a favorite of mine, too. He gave me my first wrestling autograph. He signed his name and said, thank you. Jerry Kozak thanked me? So, he's just like, wow. He has a little, he wants to know, how do I get into this crazy business?
I think Kozak ran through them women.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I'm sorry, I'm in a mood.
yeah. What is happening to the Discord? I think Otaku stirred something in everybody. Going into that.
I mean, he keeps talking. It's not like I'm making it up. He's the one talking about the mothers liking this guy. But...
Yeah. Chapter. So we fast forward all the way to 1969. Leaving home. Now, Jim Ross is ready to go to college. He starts talking about that his love of radio commentary, late night radio. He listens to ball games and stuff like that. He's paying more attention to the people talking on the stuff he likes.
The storytellers.
And yes, the storytellers. And he'd watch ball games with his dad, and his dad would explain everything and why things worked the way they did and who was who and what their relationships were and And then he would start asking his son, now you break down the game, and he'd sell the various key points of the game and why this game was going to be one for the ages or why this team was vulnerable. And he kind of says there that he thinks his dad could be like, you're not going to be a farmer. No, you're going to be something else. But one day his dad says this. I want you to be able to stand up for yourself without siblings to fall back on. I want you to be able to take anything out there. Life is hard. I want to show you how to cope with that. Your mom and I will always love you and we'll do anything for you that we can. But you need to know that we're done here, son. You're your own man now.
You remember those puppies?
Did you guys get a conversation where a parental figure walked up and said, you're 18 now, this thing, we're done here. So come up with a plan. Did you get that, Tom?
Come on, I was at home at 31. 30. Come on.
So they did not know, they were never done here.
No. I live 4 houses away from my parents. I'm pretty much still there.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a different world, though. I understand.
Yeah. I did. I had to get I didn't have to, but I went to college for a little bit. I had a similar experience to JR. Stopped doing college for a while. Found a job. Got an apartment. I kind of, it was, what I got was you'll have to pay rent starting at that, if you stick around. And I was like, that for some reason is very galling to pay rent to you. When I've already been living free, excuse me, I'll pay rent to somebody else.
Yeah.
So Jared just says, he told me that we're done here, and I knew, yep, it's time to move on. It's time for college. You want to take a break?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take. We're back. Gus had to take off, and I cannot, in good conscience, do the JR goes to college without Gus.
Yes,
that would be mean of us to continue. So that's all right. Now instead of 6 episodes, it'll be 7 of JR. We're gonna throw on. We'll see how we like this. Oh, how do I do this? Oh, am I? I know how to do this. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. Yoink. Now I gotta get the volume right. It's like medium, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. This is just gonna be just non-stop JR, we think. Or it's gonna be the British kid piping in. These are okay, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. These are underrated calls. We saw all these, right? The underrated calls. Okay. Oh, you're right. Wait, hold on. The now greatest calls. You ready for this?
All right, go ahead.
Greatest calls. Oh, gotta find it. Okay. Cactus Jack, no way out. Yeah. What do you think about these, Larry?
There's a big one.
He beat the Andre Johnson. No, really? That's a memorable call. Him just screaming, "It's John Cena." Oh, hey, you can't use that twice. Yeah, boo! You can't have it. That's not famous twice. Stop! Somebody stop the damn match. It has broken out of wrestling even.
Oh yeah, I like the animal videos with JR's call.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember watching this episode at home. I thought that was crazy when they did the dumpster spot. I remember that call. Okay, I'm gonna pause it because I want to shit on Paul Levesque. Why would you do the tongue thing if you're Paul Levesque? Has he ever been like that? I don't know. I just can't.
Because he did counterclockwise on his joystick, and so you steal the taunt when.
I just imagine Shawn Michaels doing that. I just can't. It's just so stupid of him to do. And just that whole story where he's like follows Shawn Taker.
Mind games.
He's so insecure and just having to do and then the whole bells and whistles of all of his matches. You know what's also funny about the Triple H Undertaker? You know what the best part of the Triple H Undertaker match is? When Shawn's involved. And they can focus on it.
I didn't care for either one.
It's like a lot of people love that Undertaker Shawn Michaels match. It's you know what it is? It's really great for an Undertaker match. How about that? Outside of that, I couldn't give a shit. And then on top of that, it's like, wow, Shawn Michaels had a good match with Undertaker. He had good matches with everybody. Like, why are we?
And the 97 ones were way better, so watch those.
Yeah. I would rather watch Mick Foley or Mankind and Shawn Michaels at Mind Games in Your House than
that too.
Okay. Just wanted to. I can't stand Paul. That's funny. That's funny. This JR saying he came. He's like popping inside and outside. This is I don't like that. That's fed to him. This is a WrestleMania moment.
This is a WrestleMania moment. You are looking, ladies and gentlemen, at perhaps...
Or maybe, did he start that? Is that the first time
Yeah,
it's called the
that
WrestleMania?
is very early. The moment.
Oh, no. JR, if only you knew. It's all about moments now.
Yep.
I'm also thinking of, I was trying to think back. I was thinking, did they call Sean when he beats Brett? Was that 12?
Yeah.
Did they call that a WrestleMania? And then I was like, no, they call that the boyhood dream come true.
Correct.
Yeah.
They gave you everything they had here tonight.
I was so confused by the saxophone at first. I was like, where's that coming from? Oh my God, JR, settle down.
From enigma to icon.
Oh, come on.
Helps Stone Cold
Bad.
Steve Austin in particular feel larger than life.
Oh, see, he just has to give a little intro. So this is the now Stone Cold section. Do you ever think about other announcers if they were here instead of like a Tony Schiavone at the time, like here instead of JR doing all the Austin work?
Again, I'm not going to pretend.
Schiavone would. I think part of the JR Austin thing that people enjoy is that JR did get extra bass in his voice when Austin was around, and I don't think Tony Schiavone could do or would or could do that.
But you know who did that was Heenan. Did that for Goldberg.
Yeah.
Granted, color guy, but he,
he's in the tank for him.
Yeah.
I think Tony Schiavone I like Tony Schiavone. I like it a lot. There's a cadence in announcers that I can't stand, that kind of faux loud thing. Like,
yeah.
Tony Schiavone has that a lot. Everybody,
that's true.
Michael Cole has that. I can't stand it. He does the same thing.
Vince was the worst with it.
Yes, and it's the fake loud thing, and there's no... JR's got the accent, and I know Vince...
JR doesn't do that, yeah.
And his voice gets rough when he gets, when he's starting to lose it or if he's getting excited. Man, you know what? I think Jim Ross is the greatest announcer. Gordon Solie, fine, whatever. Did he wear a big cowboy hat, though?
Well, come on, Ed Whalen, buddy. Ed Whalen.
You think who's Ed Whalen?
Calgary. Remember, he was like revered.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, Brett. Did we talk about that? Was he running into like he would meet a Jim Ross and then put him up against?
Well, didn't Ed quit the territory because of something like moral? So like Bruce.
Yeah, something happened, or they did some kind of angle, and they said that they weren't going to get blood on him or something like that. Something he got offended by something. And
then Bruce did a.
He got him there's line too far or something like that. And Brett was very sullen about I wish lose a guy like that.
I would love to get my hands on. I think Brett owns the Stampede stuff because, I want to look at Bruce booked Stampede.
Oh, that'd be great
when he's doing babyface comebacks.
Yeah. Here's a nut shot for you. Here's a nut shot. He's doing the nut shot.
Bleeding all over the place and.
Stu's head is in his hands. You don't have to let him have control. I do.
It's either him or Smith.
Yeah, I know. He said, what a pickle.
Smith's living in the front lawn in a bathtub.
Which one was the hustler guy? Which one was that one?
I think that was Smith. Smith always had a con.
Was it? I thought. Who am I thinking of? That was the one that was all zoned out. You know what I'm talking about?
Dean had the kidney problem.
And he always was goofy, right? He was always kind of aloof around the family.
Maybe.
I thought that's how Brett was pitching it. Then Smith. Yeah, Smith is the one that ran that Dominican Republic
that show.
It did make it. And Brett's confused as to where the money has gone, and Smith has left the country. And his dad sent him down there to help Smith. That was good. That family. Wow. Is there any wrestling family like? Is there no? I can't think of one. Anybody would have their children are. We'll have to wait like 30 years for like the Young Bucks kids to have books and like to have careers. This is what it was like growing up in Rancho Cucamonga as part of the Bucks dynasty.
Huh. Yeah, I guess so.
You know, I'm trying to think of like I know there's wrestlers with kids. They're also young. Like I'm trying to think of somebody that's like my kid's getting in. I guess Paul Levesque's getting to that point, right? Doesn't he? One of his daughter want to get?
Well, I was thinking, does Kevin Von Erich have a book?
I don't think so. I don't. But yeah, there's the ones that work. Yeah, Ring of Honor. Those guys. I guess there are a lot of hard kids. There are still hard kids and adults and what have you. They could be writing books.
Teddy doesn't have a book. Where's Teddy at?
Not yet. If he's in jail, he should be writing it. Let's go. What was the last thing he was doing? A fake reality show or something where he's like somebody's going to be a wrestler?
Well, remember
he's just using them all as assistants.
Remember the Netflix special about him?
Oh, is that what it was?
It was a documentary
Netflix, but that's what he was doing. He was using students as.
He would like shack up with the lady ones and like take them hostage.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them went missing and is just missing.
Oh my! Oh yes.
And I think that pedo chasing Rance was part of it too. Remember?
I don't remember that. That's allegedly.
No, it's not. He's a convicted sex offender.
Oh, well, I know. I thought you were saying he was maybe like a part of the.
Oh no, I'm not calling him murder. I don't think he did that.
I was like, wait, where was he in this game? What a we went from Steve Austin giving a stunner to The Rock to Jason Rance.
Jim Kristen Austin, the toughest SOB in the WWF.
We know. Yeah, we don't need his intros. JR really laid into that one.
Just as passionate.
Son of a bitch.
Stone Cold's name over and over again.
Okay, yep. What do you think, JR? What do you think that's screaming that? He didn't do that. Well, he did do that for the other big stars. People kind of act like it was just for Stone Cold, but he did a lot of The Rock.
Yeah.
Angle, whoever the bit face at the he'll scream their name over and over and say, is here. I think just the Southern accent saying Stone Cold.
I guess.
Just something about it. People love it. Oh my God, I almost clicked the screen on the StreamYard. Oh boy.
Here it comes! Stone Cold!
I used to think Steve Austin was a horrible wrestler when I was a kid.
Well, I mean, he kind of was at that point.
Truly one of us.
Yeah.
Cheering on his.
But that's only because 98. It's Russo shit. It's like nobody has a chance of having a good match.
Oh, he was told to do that. That's embarrassing.
As we've seen already, JR had a unique way with words, but nowhere was this more apparent than when he said one of his many catchphrases. Jim's trademark Oklahoma twang.
Right. Okay.
Say it, JR. Business is about to pick up. Well, King, I think business is about to pick up. It's going to be a Slobberknocker.
Slobberknocker.
Well, that's a damn Slobberknocker.
Wait, hold on. No. Young British man, hold on.
This is Kevin Sullivan truther.
Hold on. When did you 1 year ago this was put out? Naughty. You're a naughty young man. I know that's how the DVD is. and you clipped it from the DVD, but you do not have to have.
He could have cut it
Benoit
one
in there.
short. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have. Slobberknocker.
Gonna be a slobberknocker to say the very least. The slobberknocker of the year, King.
John Michaels is getting whipped like a government mule.
Oh, leather strap. Hardcore ribbon. Jericho like a government mule. And a leather strap.
God, remember that fan, the fan with the wife beater?
No.
Are you allowed to call it that? Is that bad to call it that?
I never recognize fans.
There's just always fans types. You'd watch the show and you're like, of course there's this guy.
He's tougher than a $2 steak. Or tougher than a $2 steak. He's tougher than a $2 steak, no doubt about it. Tougher than a $2 steak.
Who? Wait. No. Oh, he's probably talking about Sheamus. I was getting scared. That was like Fandango, and I was like, all right, James lost it.
Trying to run like a scalded dog out of the cold mode. He's running like a scalded dog.
I'm just nervous now that Chris Benoit is going to pop up again. His face. Okay, and then also, is this just on the DVD, the JR DVD, and he just ripped it and just added his own?
Probably.
It's Simon Dean. And what can you drive? That's enough.
Simon Dean.
Oh, God, that's enough. Stop it. Enough is enough. Let's have some fun.
He did say enough is enough.
Come on, he's got a family. Oh, my God.
Isn't that how you use a sledgehammer? You hit somebody with the handle of it.
Let's talk about another thing that pisses me off about Paul Levesque. The fucking sledgehammer. Oh, you're going to murder someone? Oh, yeah. And then, like, putting his hand over it. It's just so fucking stupid.
I want to see him take down some drywall with that sledgehammer. See if he knows how to use it. He'll wrap it around his hand and bat his hand into the
wall. I'm picturing a guy being like, I'd learned from watching WWE. How you use a sledgehammer. It's just as, and Jericho with the bat and Sting with the bat. I don't like anybody that uses a baseball bat. Even though with barbed wire, I'm completely fine with that. I'm like, well, the barbed wire is like springy padding.
That's true.
It stops it. You know who I think? I'm going to bring this in and possibly just to annoy you. You know who probably thinks the sledgehammer is cool? CM Punk.
I don't think so.
I bet he thinks the sledgehammer is cool.
No, he doesn't.
He wore a friendship bracelet. I don't know that guy's taste. My God, he did it. This isn't like the same match. Somebody was watching the Snitsky-Kane feud. I can't believe that, but people did. Were you watching during that?
04? Oh, yeah. That's the year I came back.
That was not. That was the year I left, I think, or maybe
it was rough.
2003.
I didn't last long into 05.
Well, they were still beating up May with these people here.
What?
That was May, wasn't it?
Oh.
And that was like whoever that was, the Rosie team. Yeah. They were still doing May stuff at that. Like, that's crazy. At what point is May not bringing heat? If you're just like, yeah, we've seen her be destroyed by multiple people. I got another thing that bothers me. You know how Shawn Michaels does the thing with the elbow? And so did Macho Man. They do a little flourish. You know what I'm talking about? The little flourish before they drop the elbow. Macho Man and Shawn.
Yeah, sure. Kind of crank the arm inwards.
And they look good and they look athletic. You want to know who the elbow drop that I hate?
Who?
Who also adds flourish as well because he's cosplaying because he's a nerd.
Oh,
CM Punk.
Isn't there a whole promotion that cosplays?
They cosplays as their favorite things, not as wrestlers that they admire and respect.
That's arguable. That's not true.
No, they cosplay as video game. They love video games, those guys. They love comic books. They love movies.
So FDR doesn't do tribute spots in their matches?
They were doing that from the and who were they best friends with?
Remember when Britt
the other guy that likes to add the
kept doing sharpshooters because it was the Owen Hart tournament?
I do remember that. That's one of my bugaboos with the Owen Hart tournament thing is that everybody's like, let's recreate the 3 matches we've watched.
Yeah.
I can't stand that. All right, we got it. It's good. Does the match have to have a sunset flip? I know. I understand. I think I'm at my limit of the 3 amigos thing. The 3 suplexes. When people doing that. Can we take a break from it?
Yeah.
Just take a break. I'm not saying stop it all and no one will ever think of him again. I'm just saying, can we take a break? Oh, okay. These are all oh my gods, not bah god. Oh my lord, that the Undertaker
that's why Brian couldn't give it 5 stars.
Because Taker planted himself on his head.
Because he was worried about him. Because he's a worker.
Oh my god.
That was his reason.
Brian, stop. I'm not a worker, and watching that, I understand how that would feel.
I know.
And I wasn't worried about him. I'm the bad person. As a young man, I thought Maven eliminating Undertaker was stupid because I was like, they're never going to do anything with this guy, right? So I was like, what's this for?
The what? Undertaker?
When Maven eliminated
Maven.
Undertaker.
Well, because, I know. I knew the Undertaker by then. I knew nothing was...
So it was just like, okay. I don't know. I felt like Dave watching Action Andretti beat Jericho. They better do something with this guy.
What is Shane McMahon doing?
I hate that Shane always felt like he had to be. I hate that. I hate that shit. Everybody's got to sell for Shane.
JL's commentary resonated with our own feelings, especially when it came to the heels. There were some he despised more than others. Either way, Jim hammered down how awful these wrestlers' actions were. There was no way.
Son, come
Before
down
we focus on his most famous bits of commentary, let's first take a look at the more underrated.
No, I rewound it. God damn it. Oh, heels. Okay, hold on. Heels. Heels.
God, I've said this before, but every time I see like a tweet, I want my wife to infiltrate that AEW heels group and see what kind of weird stuff's going on. It seems sad.
Nothing weird's going on. They're just enjoying wrestling, aren't they? I don't know what it is.
They had like an event last week, like online only, where who did they talk to? Some like life coach, and then Mark Briscoe Q&A. So
interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. A Mark Briscoe for the Q&A for the ladies. So he probably was like, "What's up, ladies?" Like he was probably very pumped, to give that and share his beliefs and wisdom, and that's nice.
Sure.
Who else have they had to talk?
That's the only one I've seen.
Okay, so this is Jared. I wanted to, just in case Willie listens. He does on occasion. Wanted to do the British fan admitting. I imagine this guy lives with his mom, and what do they have for breakfast over there?
Bangers and mash.
Oh, come down for the full English. You got your beans, you got your you got your toast, you got your sausages, you got your black pudding. I can't, Mom. I'm making a YouTube video about JR. He's a national. Yeah, what nation? He's a he's a national treasure to the UK, I guess.
Just like Winston Churchill.
Our boy loves him, Jim Ross. This kid was so excited about the World of Sport announcement. He's going to be here, Mom, commentating. A UK kid loves Southern Jim Ross.
There was no way he could stay neutral. He felt exactly what we felt as fans watching it together. So it was brilliant to see Ross sound off on the heels and take pride in them.
Sound off, JR.
Damn Dudley brothers! The damn Dudleys! Those damn Dudleys! The powerbomb! Terry right through the table! I can't say it's like
Terry right through the table.
For those damn Dudleys. These damn Dudleys are getting just what they deserve. Damn Dudleys! And the damn Dudleys, they don't deserve to be the WWF. Don't hit me, you old buzzard. Oh,
you old buzzard. Heat.
Damn Dudleys.
That guy got heat.
Come on, JR. Dudleys now.
Look at that. Did you see that hat Bubba Ray was wearing?
I did. You look like Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see
yes.
what Vito said?
The guy. Yeah.
That was really tragic.
I have such a low opinion about Paul's creative that I do believe it. That he has people calling old wrestlers to pick their brain. Get a hold of Rick Martel. You might have some thoughts on this. That's why Mark Henry's so happy when he gets like the fake card.
Mm-hmm.
They probably call him.
Well, hey, didn't they say Powerhouse Hobbs was friendly with Butch Reed before he died? That seems like the same thing. Tony made him call. Go watch some Mid-South and call Butch Reed.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Reed Flair. I was like, when they're children?
Come on.
I'm so confused. Okay, Butch Reed. Yes. I'm following. Okay, you're the guy that comments. I hate to put this on you. You're the guy that comments on women all the time, Larry. What were your thoughts on Tori with X-Pac? That Tori, the first Tori.
I don't.
Not a fan.
I don't.
Well, she was a wrestler, right?
She was a glow lady, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was always just kind of like. You could always kind of tell, like, they'd had the gals, and you're like, okay, but then they'd have these gals. Some of them start kind of wrestle a little bit and go, okay, where did they grab her from?
I didn't say she wasn't sexy. She's a Jezebel.
She's a Jezebel. Is she Hall of Fame? When does she get her Hall of Fame?
She's pretty much never heard from, is she?
I hope she's okay.
She's a Jezebel, all right. Come on, give me a break. Set my big ass on fire. Like we're seeing Kane walk outside the building.
It just says Kane.
Oh my God! Is that a human? That hideous That sick.
How did he say it there? Is that a human?
Is that? He said it right.
No, I think he said, is that a human?
Walk outside the building and get his 7-foot ass run over by a damn truck. Oh my God! Is that a human? That hideous.
Oh, he said, okay, he did.
But I have a problem with this because I'm not saying anything new, but when he took off the mask, he kind of had the face paint and half hair. Okay?
Yeah.
And JR sold it like he was ugly and disformed.
Yeah, he thinks Glenn Jacobs is ugly.
No, but then the next week they were like, well, the scars are only mental and that he looks fine.
Yeah.
So why was JR? I guess
why is
right.
he lying to everybody? Why was Kane lying to people all those years? I guess yes, he had like a dysmorphia. He was like, I am hideous. Did they ever explain the voice thing?
God,
He
I
just
said
took lessons
disformed and not deformed. I couldn't think of the word deformed.
It's fine. What if I got really
disformed?
Jeez, Larry. Gosh, can you imagine? What an ass, Larry. Did they ever explain the voice thing with Kane? Like, did he just get lessons and make it better?
That never got explained, though. He might have gone to speech therapy. I went to speech therapy.
I think that Vince was just like, we just have to absolutely hear you speak. Like, this is a necessity. We got to really color this character a little bit more.
It made an impression on me. I mean, the very first time, when he used the voice.
Yeah. I'm talking about like he's talking to Glenn Jacobs later, and they're like, "Well, you could start cutting promos, I guess."
Yeah,
the fact that it ended with him in a suit, and they were calling him like Corporate Kane. Weird. Like, what are we doing?
I kind of like that better than this shit, though. I like a corporate goon.
Yeah. And now what is he? I don't know what he is. Oh, man. I'd hate to make JR negative, but what does he think about? But okay, can I bring this up since we're talking about Kane? David Meltzer often speaks that highly of Bryan Danielson's intellect.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's a smart guy when it comes to many things. And he brings up how many books that Bryan Danielson reads. I made my opinion of Bryan Danielson's.
You've said this before, I know, because he thinks Kane is smart.
Yes, he met a libertarian for the first time and was like, and very interesting. So
and I was going to say the same thing regarding JR thinking Kevin Nash was so smart because he, quote, had outside interests.
Yeah.
He's a smart man. He got outside interests.
Yeah, what's the bar here? Bryan Danielson had never heard an age of consent argument before, and he just...
Oh, well, that's not the libertarian platform.
Get government out of that.
Because, Kane's a fake libertarian, so he did
what everybody, they all became Trump guys.
Well, cool. But even before that, even the Tea Party libertarians like, Paul Ryan and Rand Paul, they come at it from a Christian point of view. So that's completely like Ayn Rand would have hated that. She was an atheist. And they kind of skip that.
Well, we're all a colorful blend of contradictions, right? Me, you, CM Punk, Paul Levesque.
There it is! Right in the face of this hideous, smelling monster Kane.
Smelly? Yeah, that's smelly?
Let me tell you, beat this monster. Beat this son of a bitch.
Glenn Jacobs is an ugly man. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Where I stand on that.
Eric Bischoff is a no good, lousy son of a bitch. Hey! What time is it? It's time to whip.
I didn't know he had an Eric Bischoff. See? And where was the British kid? We switched gears. Oh, these are just all heels. I thought he was going to announce everybody. We're never going to get through this because Stephanie slapping people, another bugaboo.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand it.
I'm going to sue your ass, you bastard. You are one lousy son of a bitch.
I can't believe Vince McMahon would make people watch this shit. I bought a ticket. What'd you see? Jim Ross, the announcer, was yelling at general manager Eric Bischoff. Okay. Is it going to be a match? I guess. Like, goddamn. There wasn't any wrestler in the back they'd have something for.
Raw was beat in 03.
Oh, my God. Eric Bischoff's wearing a Stone Cold vest.
Well, he was feuding with him. Remember the redneck triathlon?
It's so stupid.
They had a pie eating contest. And Mae Young was involved.
They were like general managers, right?
Yeah.
Because Steve was trying to find ways to kind of still be involved, even though he was done.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Coach and Al Snow are just like you, Eric. They suck.
We watched this on the Al Snow book. Al Snow was he was something as an announcer.
Wow.
I got a question for you. Yeah. JR's being stiff. I have a question for you. Chris Jericho, when he returns back to WWE, does he get them to let him use his music, convincing him like they sing along now, if that's the thing, or will they make him go back to, because that was a Vince thing. He was like, you'll never change that theme. That's your theme. And he was kind of bugged about it.
He'll use his old song.
You think he'll use his old song? They won't let that. Paul will try to do a little like one over on him. No, sorry.
No, I think even Jericho would agree with that.
I don't know. I think he likes that they sing along with the song now. I think he
would kind of know that not as many people would know it.
I haven't listened to his podcast in a long time. I would venture that he believes that he is the first sing-along theme song.
Is he not? Well, Sandman.
I'm sure people. I don't know. I would sing along to that one.
I'm saying Sandman. The whole arena would sing Sandman's song.
Yeah. So there you go. There's one. I was trying to think of the French tag team that I would sing with their song. I like their song.
Who?
What was the one song they're talking about being men? That's a good one.
Wait, about what?
They're being like they're men, they're French men.
You mean the Fabulous Rougeaus?
Yeah, how did that go?
Yeah, but you're not talking about singing your own theme. You're talking about the fans singing.
No, I'm saying I would sing along with that.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Rougeaus theme is great. Yeah. All right, we're done. I gotta go make some waffles.
What do you mean we're done? We've got like
we're never gonna get through this.
15 more minutes of this.
No.
All right.
Okay.
I'll remember where we're at because we'll do this again. We're gonna finish this video. Let's get these to you. Okay. Bye. It's Wilson again. That was fun. I bet it was the best episode ever. You know what you can do to help the workers out? Rate, review, all that good stuff on whatever app you're listening to. Tell us how much you love us. If you want to contact us, it's theworkersclubshow@gmail.com. We got a YouTube, The Workers Club Podcast, a Blue Sky, theworkersclub.org, and we have a Discord where the invite link is left in various places. I'm sure you can find it. That's it. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Bye.
Smile and love each other.